Harry's new 5-part series, Heart of Invictus, premieres today, and it tells the story of 6 competitors in the Invictus Games, the sporting contest he created for wounded servicemen and women. In an interview for the show, he says his own military service brought back the trauma of losing his mother. He takes a little swipe then at the royal family in the process.
The biggest struggle for me was the people that no one around me really could help. I didn't have that support structure, that network, or that expert advice to identify what was actually going on with me. I can safely say that losing my mum at the age of 12 and therefore shutting down all of my emotions for the last 20 years has had a quite serious effect on not only my personal life but also my work as well. And it was only 3 years ago, funny enough, from the support around and my brother and other people saying that you really need to deal with this. Three young British soldiers, all wrapped in plastic and their bodies in pieces. I saw what only people had talked about. That was the real trigger for I'm now seeing the real cost of war. Stepping foot off the plane, I was angry that this has happened to these guys. I was angry that the media weren't covering it.
Yeah, I think Prince Harry enjoyed enormous popularity in the armed forces, both for his determination to serve in Afghanistan on 2 occasions, and also for the help he gave to wounded soldiers, partly through Invictus Games. Unfortunately, he's blown most of that away now. And a combination of his turning on his own family, the royal family, which means such a lot to the armed forces, and his attempts to exploit his own service for his own publicity purposes. And we only need to think back about what he said about how he killed so many Taliban members a short while ago in his memoir, Spare. For me, the greatest problem with that memoir wasn't boasting about killing Taliban terrorists. Of course, that was his job, and he's quite right to do so. But he did say, and I think it was for the benefit of his woke friends in California, that he was conditioned by the army to treat them as subhuman, as less than human beings, which is simply not true, but plays well to the woke agenda. So I think those things have combined, have led him to be, I wouldn't say vilified exactly, but certainly treated with much greater suspicion and much less affection in the armed forces than he was before.